Hi everyone, we see us for a new video, and today we're going to talk about figures about Star Wars Black Series, which is the first time that I'm doing it on the channel. Right now in front of you, you have the exclusive, I don't know from which store in United States, but I think that was GameStop, I'm not sure, 4-pack of Guardians of Evil. So it's a pack of 4 figures that Hasbro released approximately, I think 4 or 5 years ago, something like this, which is already pretty old, and I can already assure you that this pack of figures, I'm going to put this one maybe a bit more in front so that you see better, is pretty tough to find. I managed, since I moved to Mexico, to find it new and sealed in the town where I live, so I was really happy, and to be honest, at a pretty good price point. I think that when it was released in the US, I think that it stayed, by the way, as an exclusive pack of figures in the US. It was around $90–$80, which was correct because it's around $20 a figure, and I managed to find it approximately around this price, just a little bit more. So it was pretty correct, around maybe $25 a figure. So I think that it was a pretty good deal. So we have in this lineup of figures the Sith Guard here from the prequel movies, of course, the Sith Guard of the Chancellor Palpatine. We have, after the Shadow Guard here in the back, as you can see it in the back. The Shadow Guard are part of the universe legend, the extended universe of Star Wars. They never appear in the movie, we just know them because they appear certainly in some books, comics. I'm not aware of all those things of the Legend universe, extended universe of Star Wars. We have in the middle, of course, the most famous one, the Royal Guard of the Emperor Palpatine, and we have here the Praetorian Guard of Snoke, from the episode 8 of Star Wars, from the sequel movie. We're going to talk about each figure in detail a little bit, and after I'm going to give my opinion about this pack of figures. So we have here the Sith Guard, and this is a really unique and exclusive figure that you will never find outside of this pack of guards. I'm gonna finish my sentence. Instead of, for example, the Royal Guard that you can find in a alone version of the figure. So this Sith Guard is really the best figure of the pack, I believe. I believe that there's no really other way to describe it. I think that a lot of people wanted to buy this pack of figures just for this guy, certainly, and I think that everyone can admit that it looks pretty amazing. As you can see, it's a soft, good cape. It looks really good. I really like the texture of it. The color is just beautiful. If you put it up a little bit, you can see, I'm gonna put like this, just 2 seconds. You can see some details about it. You can see the body. There's some holsters here where you can put the guns, apparently. I think that the guns are already inside. I never put them outside since I bought the figure. I'm gonna try to put this guy again well in a good position. The only thing that I noticed maybe in the figures is that the guy that sold it to me, I did say them since a while, certainly, and I certainly noticed that they are a little bit like loose in terms of articulations, and especially on the feet or the hands. But as you can see, I really love the details of the helmet. It just looks really good. The mold is pretty amazing, and the rifle, I have to admit, that is pretty impressive and gives a certain vibe to the character, to this guy. There's of course different poses that you can do. It's pretty good in terms of articulations, but I feel that this pose looks pretty sick, and I really like this Sith Guard. This is definitely my favorite from the 4 figures. Here we have the Royal Guard. This is certainly the most common figures of this pack. It was released in a alone version, I think that before even this pack was released, so it's not a difficult guy to find. I think that you can find it around $25, $30, a little bit more, but definitely must have if you're a fan of Star Wars, fan of the original trilogy of the Empire, whatever. It's a pretty simple figure. As like the Sith Guard, you have this soft, good cape that recover, of course, the body. You have the same type of articulation here, same type of style of articulation of legs. The cape is pretty good. The color, I really like it. Is red. It's definitely the most simple figure from all of them. Like the Shadow Guard, they really almost look like the same. There's not too much pose. I mean, you can have do a lot of pose with these guys, but in my opinion, there's not too much pose to do with this Royal Guard, because in the movies they almost never move. I think never, if I've already really well paid attention to them, but to be honest, I think that is the best way to pose him is in this way, waiting, standing up, taking the guard, doing his job for the Emperor. So definitely a good figure to have in your collection. It looks pretty good, and I wouldn't mind to have a second one to complete my collection. I have the Shadow Guard. That is definitely the most mysterious guard of these four guys. All of them, the three others appearing in movies, but this guy never had a name mentioned in some movies. It's part of the extended universe. I think that on the box is precise. I'm gonna check the box 2 seconds. I think that it's precise. That it says that it's from the Legends universe, and yes, these guys never appeared nowhere. I think, as far as I read on internet, that the Shadow Guards were another type of guards from the Empire of Palpatine, and that they had like the kind of some Inquisitors, as we can say, with the saber here, the lightsaber of red color here. There were some kind of Inquisitors doing the dirty job for the Empire. So as we saw the Inquisitors, for example, in the Obi-Wan series, those guys were like them before, but as far as I understand, the Shadow Guards will never appear nowhere because they kind of got replaced by these Inquisitors as we see right now. So definitely some, because they look pretty sick. I mean, the black color don't bother me too much. It's all black. It's really simple. As we can see, maybe on the, I'm gonna put it close, really close. You can see that the visor, I would say, for the eyes, for the view of the guard, is not so black. It's just maybe a bit tinted in red, but I think that when we search on internet, it looks a bit more red than this. So Hasbro didn't reproduce it so well, and it's more black than nothing. They come with this. It comes with this huge, I would say, saber with red light, so red crystal. So definitely a good figure to have, pretty unique, also exclusive to this 4-pack of figures. The Shadow Guard is now definitely the character that everyone knows the most in Star Wars. It's not the most popular, and it's kind of a royal guard, but with a lightsaber and in black. And to finish, we have the Praetorian Guard. They were working for Snoke, who died sadly in the episode 8, a little bit too quick in my opinion, but anyway, those guards appeared in the episode 8 in the movie, and they are really good. I mean, on the screen they fight pretty well, and they have a certain style that I really like. I mean, they're pretty unique in my opinion. I don't know what you think about the Praetorian Guard. Maybe they should have deserved a bit more of time on screen on the movies, but definitely they look really good, and this guy is definitely the most poseable figure in the sense that you can make a lot of pose with him. Definitely more of an action figure than the others. Can make some movement, yes, but you know that the cape, the clothes that they have on top of them, on the body, definitely limitate in some way the articulations, the pose, and it's more difficult to move the cape. That is pretty damn big on each of them. And this guy just have here in front here between his legs and in the back before he's gonna fall. You can see here a rest of cape, so it's perfect in the sense that it looks really different from the other. And I like the fact that yeah, this guy is very unique too. He's got this aggressive face, it's kind of mask, I don't know how to say it exactly, and a saber that can be divided into, or you can put it together. I decided to put it like this. I think it looks pretty good in terms of movement, in terms of pose. Certainly I will change it maybe one day, but yeah, I think that the Praetorian Guard is a really nice figure. I think you can find another version of them in a Black Series alone. But yeah, I really like him. I'm not fan of the sequel movies, but those guards look pretty damn good. Overall, it's a really nice pack. It's really original, and they all well fit together. You can put them all along together or in a diorama of the timeline of the movies, whatever. But I think that together they look really well because they represent each of them a different timeline of Star Wars, and I really like this. I think that the Sith Guard, of course, is the best figure, the best looking figure, just for the color, for the enemy. I don't know, I have a certain attraction for the Sith Guard in the sense of their style, the representation, how they look like. They look pretty intimidating at the same time. I don't know, we never really see them doing something, but there's a kind of mystery about them, and I would love to see more about those guys. Maybe one day if we have content about the prequel again, I don't know, I'm not sure, but yeah, definitely the Sith Guard is a must-have if you like the first movies, episode 1, 2, 3. The Shadow Guard is really a really nice addition to this pack. I mean, yes, it's from the Legend universe, no one cares about them, but why not? I mean, at least Hasbro considered them one day, and certainly will never consider them again. So if you like the Shadow Guards, is your only way to get this guy, and good luck to find a pack. I'm sure that you can find it at maybe an affordable price, I hope. The Royal Guard is more the basic figure. I mean, there's nothing really special about those guys, but it's always good to have one in your collection. And the Praetorian Guard, I think that it looks pretty good. I mean, I like it. I was not fun at the beginning to have this guy. I think that it was looking a bit too different from the other, because the three other have some cape, some mask around their face, this guy too, but definitely another style of guard. But I think that it looks well, and yeah, definitely more movement, more action that is coming from this guy. But overall, this is a really nice pack. For the price that I paid, I was happy. I wouldn't pay too much money for it too, because I saw on eBay it's going some moments for, I don't know, maybe $150, a little bit more, a bit less, I don't know, but maybe a little bit too much of money. We know why, because certainly of this guy, the Sith Guard, that is really a sought after figure because of his appearance. Otherwise, I don't think that you care really about the other guys, to be honest, but I think that having them together, it's really great. And I hope that you enjoyed this review of figures. Tell me what you think about me reviewing figures. For now, it's just the first time. I don't have a big setup. It's a bit difficult to make the videos really well, but yeah, tell me what you think in the comment about the figures, about the video. Don't hesitate to put a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see us for a new video really soon. Bye bye.